YouTube! Welcome back to my channel. My name is Irina. For those of you who don't know, I always assume that everybody knows me for some reason. I'm a star, right, Kansas? However, I apologize for the shade because shadow. This is so hard. English is hard because you have different names for the same thing. I talk too much again. I'm here to show you my stamp organization. I organized my stamps, all of them. Finally, I organized them so good that I really want to share. And it's very, very similar to my die organization, which you maybe watched and maybe didn't. If you did watch it, I'm going to make an update to the die organization just to show what it actually is, how I made it, because there were so many questions and constantly answering the same thing. I figured I'd rather make a video. But today I want to show you this. So this is my stamp organization. If you want to see all of my stamps like I did with all of my dies, let me know. I can show you all of the stamps stamped out because I did stamp them all out. And I want to show you how this works. I have this folder plus, and this is in a box because I was organizing it. So it is in a box like this, but it's gonna go into my card because I have a card like one of those IKEA cards, but I got it from Michael's, and I will put it all in there. But while I was organizing in my living room, I would put them all in this box and it fit perfectly. So I hope you can see. I have A, B, C, D, E, and then I have the sleeves. And I will store them just like this in my cart. But I will take one out just to show you what it is. So this is how it looks like. I took protectors, sheet protector, are they called like that? Page protectors probably. So I took one, sealed it. I put a piece of paper. This is thin cardstock. I believe it's 80 or something like that. I think it's 80. It's just from Michael's. So I put a full sheet of cardstock in there, white one. Then I sealed the top and cut it in the middle. So I ended up with two of those. As you can see, this one is sealed. Can you see it? You can barely see it, if at all, because there is tape on it. You know, this was the top. But this is what I did to create that. Very, very, very simple. And then I took all of my dies, and it was a lot of work again. But I did it. I just did it one by one. I tried not to look at the whole picture, just one by one. And I would tell myself when I wanted to give up, I would tell myself, no, just take a break and then do one. Only one. And that helped, and I finished. So this is how it looks like. Now, I took all of my stamps. Sometimes I call my stamps dies because I have been working so long on my dies that I'm calling them dies. I took all of my stamps out of the packaging because really I do not need the packaging. And you will see that all of my stamps, or most of them, are stained because I stamped with the brown ink. I don't care. They will be stained. It's just what it is. It doesn't change the way they stamp. So I took it. I would take the full sheet just like this because this is just for my reference. And I stamped it on here. In case my stamps fall out of the bag, I will still always know, or in case, let's say, I'm crafting, then it's a chaos here. So I might be stamping with 3 stamps and then I really need to know where they're gonna go back, right? So I have a stamp here. I'm like, oh yeah, this was, well, yeah, it goes right here, you know, so I know in which pocket it goes. So I turned it around. I inked it up just like this. I put it on top, and then I did use my plate from my die cutting machine to put it on top and then push it. You can use anything that's straight, like a cutting board, a small cutting board, because you only need to push it down, right? But the plate is much better. It worked out really good for me. So stamped it on there. Then I took the same stamp. It says, it has all these words, right? So I have one that's called alphas. And I took the same stamp and let me find the same stamp here real quick. Or maybe not that quick, I don't know. Because there are all the alphas now. As you can see, I stamped it right here where the alphas go. I called it alphas because I'm not calling it like quotes or something, because everything with numbers or words or letters goes in here. I hate this shadow, but that's just how the sun is and I can't change it right now. Hopefully you can see it really good. So I stamped it on here. And then the same stamp has happy birthday right there. And I like to have an extra category for birthday stuff. So I went to my birthday. The birthday I set up myself, right? So it's just what I did. And I stamped the same stamp into my birthday. And I always, everywhere, I would write down the pocket number. This one happens to be A1. It's the very first stamp I stamped. So I would write A1 above each piece I stamp. This one also has love everything about you right here. So I do have my love category. And I put love everything about you in this one. So if I'm making, you know, a card for my husband or something like that, I just can find it quicker when everything about love is in one spot. And I put A1 on top of it again, right? This is just copy paper because it's the cheapest way for me. And also it's not that bulky at the end, but I could not stamp on both sides because, as you can see, you know, it comes through this side. I believe I did one. I'm not sure. I believe I did one. And then I noticed that it's not gonna be like that. And I think I kept it. Tell me, did I keep it? Yeah, right here. I stamped it on both sides, but now you see it peeks through. So I stopped it right away. That was the only one I did on the second side. So I hope this was understandable. I made myself a little label on top. It's not a label. And I wrote A on it. So, you know, when I go through my box here, and I always keep 5 pockets and then I change it. You can write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 if you want to. I just chose to do A, B, C, D, E, F, G, you know. But only 5 pockets, so I don't have to look too far. You know, I always have 5. Okay. Now this folder, as you have seen, I have put tabs on there. And you just choose how you work. If you know, your categories might be very different from mine, right? Maybe you only need 2 or 3 or 4. I just like to do it this way. So I have kitchen, outdoors, indoors, miscellaneous, birthday, backgrounds, animals, people, alphas, love, and plants. What's wrong with you, Cam? Again? Okay. I took one of the sheets and put it in front of each category. And then I just put a piece of paper in there. I could have done it onto this piece of paper, but I think it's just flimsy, so I just took this. And I had a couple page protectors left over, so that's why I did that. Now, I stamped, of course, like I showed you just now. This is how I stamped everything out. So if there is a stamp that has different categories, let me show you this one. For example, right? I would stamp, I told you many times, I do keep birds and insects in the same category, animals. So I took this, I stamped the full sheet right here, and then I looked, okay, so those I stamped out once again into my animal category. And then this one I stamped out again into my love category, you know? So this is how I went about it. It is a long process. I am not going to tell you that it's going to be done in a minute. It depends on how many stamps you have. But start now and it's going to be so easy for you at the end, right? So now let me show you how it works. Let's say I'm crafting for Easter. I'm crafting for Easter. And I'm looking for a bunny stamp. What I would do, I would look and go to my animal category right here, where are all of the animals I have in my collection, right? So I will just look through it. I can see right away, oh, look, here's something for Easter, but I want a bunny. Oh, look, there are bunnies. I really like them. I want to stamp them out. So what I'm going to do is F5. I will show you right here in my box. I will go to F right here, and then I will get the 5th, and it's numbered on the corner so I can see it. And what is it gonna be? The bunnies I need. You know, I hope it makes sense. So if I want to put it away, it's always up here where it belongs. So I will just go back here, F5, and stick it in there. So it's always going to stay organized. And let's say I will just grab a couple. I don't really want to do that, but because they are so nicely organized. But let's say you are crafting right here, right? And then you used, oh my goodness, why am I doing that? And then you used all of your stamps right there. You stamped, you didn't put it away, you just stamped and stamped and stamped, and now you are left with all of those stamps and you need to organize them. So what you are gonna do is you look, you grab one, and then where does this one go? Let me see. Oh, look, this is the one. Put it into here. Then you grab another one and you look, where does this one go? Oh, look, there's the stamped image. So this one goes in here. And now where is this one? Oh, it's right here. And I did put 2 stamps in each sleeve, as you can see. So I will turn it around and see what's left. Oh, this one must go here. Look, this one goes here. So you see how easy it is to organize them back in. And then I will just look at the number and I will know what it is. I always did, this is B3 and this is B3B, and this last B just stands for the back. So this is going to be in the back, front, back. So I look, B2B, so this is the back, then this is the front, B2B, B23, B24. It happened to be because I grew up like this, but you might have ABC or ADF, you know. And then in my box, it's just very easy to go ahead. It's not going to stay in the box, but it's going to be the same thing, you know. So I will go to the B, and this is always 1. Where I have my tab, it's always number 1. So I can just push the number 2 in there. And then I can do 3 and 4 right behind it. And everything is in its place again. I hope this makes sense. And this is a folder from Dollar Tree. So nothing special here. You can get your sleeves at the Dollar Tree. Or I think they are a little better at Walmart. Or if you have some at home, you know. I don't know how flimsy the Dollar Tree ones are. Mine are from Walmart, and I had some Avery's at home. So, but not many. Most of them are from Walmart. Let me see. Okay. So this one is from Walmart. And it's not as flimsy. You know, some of them are really flimsy. Let me see if I have one. Avery one right here. Oh no, I think I have it because I have more than that and it's still in the living room. But they are kind of same. I have one here. It might be, the Avery one might be a little bit sturdier. Yeah, it feels a little bit sturdier, but I believe this is going to be enough for what I'm using it for. I will see. I will see. So I got a comment, somebody saying that she didn't like it with those and she bought the extra ones, but I will just try and see, you know, like if I don't try, I won't know. And if this is not gonna work out, oh well, I will have to find other folders, but I will not have to stamp them all out again because I do have them all right here. I hope that made sense. And I hope that the shadow of my hands didn't bug you too much. If you have any questions, please comment down below and I will try to explain it. Did I say everything? I'm thinking. So I used normal page protectors, tabs I got from a friend of mine. She just punched them out. You can make your own tabs, you know. If you don't have anything to make tabs, just cut a piece of paper, a rectangle, and then fold it. You know, you don't have to overthink this whole thing. And then you just make your categories. Best thing is to have your categories right in front of you, so every time you stamp, you know where to pull them from and where to stamp on top. Don't keep them in a folder before you are done, because then you have to take it out and stamp, and it takes a long time. So I am sick. I always say I'm sick. I'm not sick. I have a condition. I get exhausted really quick and my hands hurt. And still it took me, what, 3 days, I believe? And it's a lot of stamps. A lot of stamps I finished in those 3 days. I believe it was 3, maybe 4. So if you are in a better condition, you don't need 4 days. If you are working or are having a condition, maybe you need a week, but you will get done. And once it's organized, it's actually much easier for you to use them. I have to say I barely use my stamps because I don't want to go through them all and, you know, find what I need. So I just leave it. And sometimes when I see a stamp, I think, oh God, why didn't I ever use it? I love it so much. I could have done it on the project I did, you know. So think about it. If you have stamps that are just thrown somewhere, I don't know, in a drawer. Mine were just somewhere in a box, you know, like a Dollar Tree container or something like that. And it's just hard. Even though I had them standing up, it's just hard. If you don't have them stamped out somewhere and you have more than 5 stamps, I would say that it's getting harder. So just try if you want to. Yeah, like I said, any questions in the comments? Any suggestions in the comments? I don't mind, you know. I like people telling me something maybe I never thought about it. So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. And keep an eye open for the die organization. I will go in depth a little bit. I don't know when, because I have a sick dog here and I'm sick myself. So, if you liked it, give me a thumbs up, share and subscribe. Leave a comment, and I would say, organize. I'm organizing every day. I want to play, but then I think, but I want to organize too. I'm not sure now which one is funnier, you know, more fun. I mean, playing or organizing, because I do like the organization stuff too. So I hope you guys enjoy your day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye.